Welcome
Welcome
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nose.
And today we're jumping into our review of Ready to Love, Season 8, episode, do not give me a line. What episode is it, Chanel? 6?
I know the name of it. Don't ask me that.
Okay, well, what's the name of it?
Dates and Doubts.
Oh, Dates and Doubts. All right. So, Shade Squad, again, I have to keep saying thank you to you guys for continuing to make the numbers go up, continuing to subscribe, sharing us. We appreciate you. We appreciate the love. And I have to start the video off like that. And y'all, please stay tuned. We would like your thoughts. Drop in the comments anything that you would like us to review. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit the like button
and that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. And it was a cute little episode, but it was a lot. It was a lot. With 2 people went home, and I wasn't mad about it. Let's get shady. Meets up with the ladies and asks, how the men are doing. Sierra responds that, they need to apply some more pressure. Okay, so Janelle says, some of the men are doing what's expected, but some are just kind of falling off. Now, Lee responds that the ones that need to are doing what they're supposed to do. I said, okay. But I noticed that we never see her with any, we'll get there. So Tommy says, it sounds like, and it might be a production thing, I just feel bad because I even thought we weren't even going to see Lee this whole episode. And when we did see her, I said, why the hell is she out with Marvin? That don't make sense.
To show that she didn't like him, to show that people don't like him.
So
they were leading up to something.
Tommy says it sounds like they have some doubts. And since the women are in power this week, he tells them to schedule a date and express their thoughts and separate the cream from the crop. And Kat plans on taking this assignment very seriously. She brings up how we can all ignore red flags and then get 6 or 7 months in and, not want to start over. And I said, girl, that's a great time to start over before you gave a year or 2 or 3 of your life. I'm just saying. Then we see Aries. She has a date with Phil. This is the cutest thing. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. A lot of people have been giving her, and I may be reaching, but a lot of people have been giving her Nia Long in face. And I thought she's very cute. But this whole scene was like giving like Love Jonas. And maybe I'm reaching. I'll give you that. But it was very cute. And I was here for it. And so
you're always reaching. You're like an apple picker or something.
You know what? She says, that they've only seen each other at the group activities and they haven't really had a chance to have a one-on-one. So they have a strong connection over the phone. But she also wants to make sure that the person she ends up with is basically ready to play daddy to her 2 sons, which is valid. Phil arrives with the dozen roses. You better. Me and Nels just had this conversation. You better.
Sure. Listen, first dates, you need to bring flowers. I feel like it's a must, and I don't feel like it needs to be said.
And he said their conversations have been so meaningful, but he also knows in the back of his head that she has a connection with Chris. But now that he has her in front of him, he isn't going to let that worry about him. I said, go ahead, babe. You better go. I love it. I was just, y'all know I'm here for the love of it all. So now Aries asks him what he's been thinking about, and he responds, her. And because they talk so often, Aries brings up the assignment. He's been thinking about her because they talk so often. Sorry. So Aries brings up the assignment that Tommy gave the ladies this week, and she expresses her concern about having someone who's not only ready for love, but ready to love and accept her kids as well. Phil tells her he's in the process of finding a wife. He's here for a wife, okay? He's here for the long term, the long game.
They all say that.
I think.
I'm not saying he's not genuine. I'm just saying that they all say that.
He says he's open to more kids, but that doesn't mean he has to have them from scratch. I said, I really like Phil. I see, in these YouTube streets, Phil be getting the girl. If him and Aries don't work out, Phil gonna be DM's gonna be full. So now they'll have a combo of 3 with his child added to the mix. So he's good. And she asked if it concerns him that she's been divorced twice. I didn't know that, Aries. I said, oh, girl. And he explains that, that's just your reality. And he's also been divorced. So, it is what it is. Things happen. I said, well, that's a great way to look at it. And Aries feels confident that Phil is ready for what she's ready for. And Phil tells her that he loves talking to her, but being with her face to face is so much more enjoyable. It's really cute. And he loves talking to her about everything under the sun and feels like it's a scene from a romantic movie. I think I said that. And he walks her to her car and she gives him a kiss. And Aries said she sees herself with Phil, but is also building a strong connection with Chris. And I said, you should kick Chris to the curb.
Say what?
I like
Oh,
Chris.
that she should kick Chris to the curb.
Yeah, I like Chris. He's just not, I don't think he's like, because of the age, like, I just think that he's not.
And he's an actor. Like on the spot.
It's a cutie pie Chris. He was so full cute.
No, he's cute. But he's fake as hell. Fake as shit. Siri invited Christopher out because all she knows about him is that he has a cute face and a deep voice. And that he's not a hatfish. So well now she knows because
he didn't take the head.
He got a full head of hair. She sees it. His hairline kind of pushed back though.
Well, no, it's not that far back. They talked about that.
Who talked about that?
Like right there, him and Sierra.
About his hairline?
Yeah.
I must have
He was like, oh, you was expecting it to be like back here. She was like, no, yeah. It wasn't bad.
She was being nice.
You're mean. I don't think it was that
bad. Okay. So she asked him if he has any insecurities, and he said no. She's like, oh, okay. He said never. He said he never doubts himself. He's learned to be who he is with the person that he likes, and whether the person likes him or not. I said, oh, I kind of felt like Sierra. She's like, I've never met anyone like that. You're just different. Okay. She said she's not feeling any genuineness from him.
You're not going to talk about how he's done so many things in the world? How he's so worldly?
Girl. So these
how he used to be a doctor? Or was close to being a doctor?
So these reviews, we're supposed to skim through stuff? No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a part of him. That was a part of him not seeing genuine, is that he used to be a doctor, but then he was doing this and he could do this. And
who knows? That don't mean he ain't genuine. He probably did do all that. Who the hell knows? I think the reason why they think he ain't genuine is because he got an answer for everything. He tells them what the hell they want to hear. Like, no, I don't have any insecurities. I don't give a damn what nobody thinks. That's what the world wants to feel. Everybody got insecurity, sir. I think that's why they don't feel that he's genuine. He says shit that everybody wants to hear or what sounds good. I don't think it got anything to do with the jobs that he had, because
so you think he's doing the same thing Marvin was doing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna fight that. That's valid.
Yeah, because he could have had all those jobs. That's why that got left out. So she asked him what's his dating style. He said he pays attention to detail. She's like, oh, okay. Well, sir, I like Birkin bags. I like Chanel. Attention to detail. And he said, this lady just asked me for a $50,000 person. I don't even know her last name. First of all, she didn't ask you. She said you pay attention to detail. You said you pay attention to detail. She's telling you what she liked. But you know what? You did show you pay attention to detail, because you heard her when she said she wanted Birkin. And
Right.
she like Birkins. And you know how much it costs. He said,
I'm
okay,
not gonna
so
lie. What he said at the end killed me.
oh yeah. Guess what though? She probably has a car and still got an Uber, and she said her finances make people insecure. So
Right.
she's paying a car note and paying for Ubers. Just okay.
Yeah,
So basically, he's like, damn, like what if I fell on tough times and I couldn't get you a, stuff was rough. I couldn't get you a Birkin that year. You gonna up and leave, run away? She like, no, I'm gonna go get it myself. Cause I got it like that. And I got it like that.
but she spots insecurity in him, basically.
Absolutely. Mr. I insecure. She was like, yep, you just exposed yourself. Jessica brought Cutie Pie Chris some lunch at his work site.
This is
What
so
is this
cute.
cheesy little smile for? What is
Because this is something I would do. I would show up at your job. Some niggas think that's crazy, but I would show up at
No, I think it's cute. I just don't think everybody deserves it,
yeah.
including Cutie Pie Chris with his fake ass.
Especially if he's not responding to the text.
All you gonna get is ignored. She said Cutie Pie Chris and Marie is her top connections, but her conversations with Marie are direct, and she feels like Cutie Pie Chris is inconsistent. Now he appreciates her bringing him lunch. He said food is the way to his heart, but he talks to her about the fact that
I'm not gonna lie, Cutie Pie Chris, I wouldn't have brought you no chops. I would at least brought you Chipotle, something with some meat in it. It didn't look like it even had no meat in it. It looked like a salad.
That you can add meat to that.
It didn't look good. It didn't. It just didn't look like food. It didn't. I looked like it looked like he was still hungry.
You know what? And he probably appreciated that more because your shit would have had him on the shitter. Okay. He'd have been on the like I got to work.
Please don't judge me, health nuts. It's just
He's like, I can't work no more. I'm messing up these people's bathroom because this girl done brought me. Now I'm gonna go take
no better. Green.
He gonna be like, I gotta go take a nap. All this rice, this beans, this meat.
Salad run right through you.
Trish is like, it sounds good to me.
Salad run right through you. I'm just saying.
That's a little quick little. Look, that's like rabbit food. That's a little quick little. Look, that Chipotle might have you gone for a minute. People asking where the hell you at. Where did Chris go? The hell?
You stupid.
Nigga been gone for hours.
You're an idiot.
He says that he wants to talk to her about the fact that she angers easily because he needs a more compassionate side. She lets him know the assignment. And, he completely interrupts her and tells her that he loves a strong woman. But since she's such a powerful woman, the way she talks to him has to be different than the way she talks to other people. Because she's so assertive with other people, he says that he needs her to be soft with him. She wasn't going for it. She says she likes direct conversation, so she ain't gonna do shit about that. She's like, I ain't changing the goddamn thing. She told him that she doesn't feel that, he's consistent.
She's like, I'm not gonna talk all soft to keep no man.
She's just gonna find somebody to talk direct. She said,
right.
Boy, talk direct to her. Now she told him that she doesn't feel that he's consistent as he presents to be. And he tried to say, oh, I be busy. She said, everyone's busy.
No, you make time for what
you make time for what you want. He let her know, I don't think you consistent either.
He did say that.
Where the hell you be at? Why the hell you don't be hitting my line? My hotline don't bling. Okay. And
that can only mean one thing.
Right? And basically she told him, she said, listen, all right, you might be right. Okay. So when I reach out to you, So I'm gonna work on it. When I reach out to you, you don't get my call, I expect you to hit me back. And that's where we're gonna leave it. And they made an agreement. Y'all just need to leave each other alone because y'all don't really fuck with each other like that.
And that's what it seemed like. Thank you.
Exactly.
Marvin and Kat. Marvin and Kat meet up for a coffee date.
And guess what he did?
He shows up with roses. Men, take notes. Roses. Even Marvin's strange. Well, no, I shouldn't say strange. Eccentric way.
We can say strange. It's strange to us.
But I mean, at least he didn't show up with handcuffs and a whip. So she says they've been talking.
Now that would be strange.
She says they've been talking on the phone. So she's excited to link up with him because she's learned a lot of interesting things about him since the hoedown. And her biggest doubt is whether Marvin can operate in a monogamous relationship. Now, Marvin is also excited to be on a date with Kat, but she's his strongest connection because you ain't got no more left. You sent your strongest home last week, bruh. Okay. She asks how his week has been, and he tells her he's in the process of making a white Power Ranger suit and offers to make her a pink one so they can attend a Comic-Con together. And I said, well, ain't this... I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't watched Power Rangers. I ain't like it. I don't know if I want to dress up like them. Maybe if my...
You didn't like the Power Rangers when you was a kid?
I did.
Oh, I thought you said you ain't like it.
No, I said I'm not gonna act like I didn't like it. I don't need to know if I'm going on a date with a whole grown-ass man, if that's what I need to be discussion. If I'm talking about what I'm doing with my son in Halloween costume.
You know what? That's my sister type of thing. She do the Comic-Con thing.
Right. So again, you have clearly Kat say she's in the Harry Potter. So
but he's just in a whole different group of people. He's a community.
So Kat brings up her questions about whether he can function in a monogamous relationship. He says he can because that's what he grew up seeing.
But not living.
Right.
Sir.
And she shares that he thinks he might get bored in the relationship. He tries to reassure her that he's been there and done that. So he said, I've been around the world and now, yeah. Okay. Kat says she feels better with his response, but admits she doesn't believe him 100%, if at all. Girl, just say you don't believe him.
Just that's say, all I put. Look, I literally put, well, she doesn't.
Right. So Kat picks up on Marvin saying what he needs to say to try to keep him in the game, and she still isn't trusting that he can be in a traditional relationship. So Kira invites Herbert over.
I thought this was the dumbest.
Don't. I knew you were gonna love this. So
or not.
So she thinks that he has a welcoming smile, but doesn't communicate and wants to see if they're,
why are you talking like this girl?
If there's a connection,
Literally. I don't know what you be watching the show. I don't need to hear it during the review.
He shows up with a toy for her dog. I say in my notes, thoughtful. But it still could have been some flowers for me, my dog. But okay.
You know what? Even though he didn't bring flowers, I did think it was because you know what I think it is? A lot of people with dogs, especially I've seen in other shows too, where they'll bring a gift for the dog. It's like bringing a gift for your baby or your child. It's still going to warm your heart. So I think it was dope.
Oh, you bring a gift for me and my baby.
I don't think he really fuck with Kara like that. So
I was gonna say that because he don't fuck with her like that.
He don't. Okay. But I did, even though I know.
Because if a man showed up with some flowers for your daughter, you'd be like, that cute, but nigga, you're dating me. Yeah.
He wouldn't make it through the door.
Right.
But no, I thought it was, I still thought it was dope, even though that he doesn't really feel like they really have a real connection, that he still brought the dog a gift. Showing.
Yeah, no, that was cute. I that's why I said it was thoughtful. So Herbert asked him to, Kira asked him to make a little fire in the fireplace while she prepares dinner. Kira explains that she needs him to pursue her and tells him he's very nonchalant and needs to step his game up. And Herbert brought up.
Here we go again.
Stop it. Herbert brought up they had a conversation.
Stop it.
Herbert brought up that they had a conversation about how hard it is dating multiple people. Herbert, you went on Ready to Love. Did you not know the premise of the show before you got here? I hate when people say that when they get on the show and they be like, I didn't realize it was so hard. I think Herbert realized that he needs, in order to get something different, he needs to do something different. Mm-hmm. Now, the only thing that I think was probably, and we got to talk about it because I'm sure everybody was annoyed by it, when Kira wanted to film her TikTok with Herbert. And I think he was a very good sport. And he said,
because he's a sweet dude.
He's a sweet dude. And so he did the TikTok with her, and
then I think she said it wasn't even a TikTok. I don't know what the hell she said it was, but it was a TikTok. Girl, that's for somebody like you've been dating for a minute, not like some.
Not even that. She's like, I like it when he picks me up and he can come over here anytime. I do this with people that I like. And what it gave me, and I don't know if you remember when they were at the table, and she was like, and he was like, it's so hard talking to multiple women. And she was like, well, how many connections do you have? And he was like 3. And then there's some others or whatever. And then she's like, well, where am I? And I
part of the 3.
And I love when somebody said, if you have to ask.
Well.
So, yeah. And that's pretty much, Herbert does say Kira's cool, but it's just more fun and flirty. He don't take her seriously. I'm pretty sure he was like, why am I here? This is definitely, I'm no shade. This was in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but this was definitely a production setup date. This was not because they actually wanted to spend time together. Maybe she did, but it wasn't reciprocal. In my opinion, I don't think Herbert was into it. I'm pretty sure he would have been wanted to be right over there with Janelle in Quentin's spot.
And moving on to them. So Janelle and Q met up. She lets Q know the assignment pretty much immediately and wants to know how he feels about their age difference. He said, I don't think shit about it.
Right. He was like, I don't even think about that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know. No, Trace, don't do that because you do this.
I cannot.
Don't do that because you do this going. Okay. This happens every season.
Don't do that.
Every season, okay?
I know my dudes do always go first.
You said what?
My dudes do always go first.
First?
Or before they never really, Walter was the only one, and he didn't work out with Sabrina. She had to leave his ass there.
I think that was the only one that stayed to the end. She said, because of her age, if she wants to be married and have children, basically they would have to be in love tomorrow.
Right.
And so he asked her how she feels about adoption. I said, and of course she's all about it because she's adopted.
Well, then it also makes you think, what have y'all been talking about that y'all are so close? Because that was one of the first things she told us. So why is he just learning that?
That she told us.
But y'all have been talking on the phone and don't do that. What have y'all been talking about? Have y'all been having phone sex or have you been getting? Because the fact that he's just learning that she's adopted, he's like, really?
Oh. They was probably having another type of deep connection.
That's what he said. Funny. I know we're gonna have sex.
So he said that he likes that they're so connected. He's glad that they're getting to peel back the layers. Okay, he don't want no long proposal. He don't want no long engagement. He wants to get married ASAP. He said, yes, I find you attractive. And yes, we'll have sex. Apparently this shocks her. Girl, stop. Because Trish just pulled y'all cards. That's what y'all be talking about over the phone. Y'all be talking about the real stuff. Now y'all peeling back the layers. Okay.
And that doesn't make no sense to me because again, it just seems like Because for her to say, I want to see where we align with kids, if y'all talking about kids and you never told them you were adopted, that don't make sense.
So he said, even though he's younger, basically that's still something that he wants. Then Kira met up with Marie. I don't know why. I don't know why.
She was doing it for the culture.
She's still feeling some type of way about his Black culture theory, and apparently, he's up for the task. He don't give a damn. He's all here for it. So she says that she wanted to talk to him about Black culture and felt that he didn't really know her. He said his everyday lifestyle is very rooted in Black, especially if he's pursuing a woman to be his wife. And where does she fit into all of that? She basically tells him that he doesn't have an idea of what genuineness looks like. Girl, could you scream genuineness? Stop it. And he said that he doesn't mean any disrespect by it. And she said she really don't give a fuck. She said that it felt like a slap in the face to her. But he felt like it was a slap in the face to him as well. He said this is further letting him know that there is no connection there. That's why I don't know why the hell y'all even got together. I don't know what the hell.
Well, because production probably wanted to get it together, and she actually.
I think that's. You know what I think it was? I really think that they were setting up for the ending.
Well, y'all know I keep my ear to these Twitter streets, and I know what's going on in the pound town, bugging them around.
Girl, if you don't stop this mess.
So, no, I'm going to read you a statement. Okay, this is not alleged.
Gosh,
this is from y'all.
Please don't make it sound like her, please.
Sorry, it's Kira Ford. I want to take the time to elaborate on statements heard from me on last week's episode concerning Black culture and my Black identity. I would first like to say that I'm a proud Black woman and I love my people and our community. As stated in the episode, I come from a Black family who has shaped me into the woman that I am. All that I meant is that I am not an activist, but I'm fully in tune with who I am and where I come from. The second thing that I would like to address is questioning of Quentin's preferences. I apologize for prejudging him because I know what that feels like. I get asked this question often. I personally have no issue with whomever anyone chooses to date. Finally, I want to thank those who know me personally for reaching out, discussing this with me, and providing me with different perspectives. I am only human and being captured on film, and having my words edited by someone else and shared with the world is something new to me. I hope that clears things up and that y'all can understand where I'm coming from. Be blessed and make sure to tune into another week of Ready to Love Dallas.
Thanks for that, Kira.
And I'm just gonna say, you know what it gives? I have one Black friend. My dad's Black. How the others, whenever they try to relate, and they're like, "Oh, but my aunt is Black." They try to call out.
My neighbor's Black,
and it's so funny because I'm like, it's so funny as a Black person, I've never said that. I've never said my mom is Black, but my dad, I've never felt the need to tell, that's not if anything, because hear me out, y'all. They get on me too. I don't eat watermelon every now and then, but I'm not crazy about fried chicken. It's little stuff that they get on me about, and I might get my Black card revoked, right? But at the end of the day, my first thing is not my mom is Black. That's not. I don't know. Kira's just an interesting character. I mean, she is who she is, living her truth. But that's, if she don't see why it might be a little problematic. I mean, what can we say?
Look, Trace, if you have to ask.
If you have to ask, right? Lee and Marvin hook up for a date. Right.
That's
She
fucked up.
she shares what Marvin has revealed to her thus far. It hasn't really piqued her interest. And this is, I was like, why do we keep seeing Lee on dates with people that she don't like?
We're seeing everybody on dates with they don't like with people they don't
But
like.
no, but especially Lee. When has she been out with Quentin? When has she been out? Unless I'm missing something. Is she went out with Red? She went out with Mark. You understand what I'm saying? She had,
I feel like they're just doing a lot of lead up for the ending because that's
but
who they're talking
I'm
for.
almost, but if you think about it, outside of the scene with Marvin, we didn't see Lee this whole episode. That's what made me think about it, because I was like, where is Lee? Where is Lee and Quentin talking about their doubts? Like, where is, and I kept wondering the whole episode. I was like, and then when she popped in with Marvin, I said, well, this don't make no sense.
Unless
And you
he's
really didn't see her until the ladies' lounge.
unless he's just being more intentional with Janelle.
In my opinion, and I'm gonna have to, Lee,
And that better not be the case.
look, Lee, I'm
Because
gonna slide in your DMs, girl. Because I think I'm starting to think that may be a production thing. We know there's a lot of scenes that are cut out, but it just makes me want, and there's a lot of dates that we don't see. But I'm just like, where the hell is Lee? And why is it only time we see her is when she's going on a date with somebody she don't like? So we never really get to see her, like, you know what I mean? Open up. So anyway, her and Marvin are out. And you know, she said that she's open to exploring different ways of thinking. She asked how things are going with him. Marvin says Lee hasn't put forth any effort and makes him think she wants to be pursued. And she asked him about his temperament. And he says he's even tempered and shares how he likes to imitate movies. Now, this was the funny
right.
No, this was funny. She asked, well, what's your favorite movie, Marvin? He said Jurassic Park. And the long, awkward, hard pause.
I was like, because he said he likes impersonating movies. And you said Jurassic Park. And I think he finally caught on. He was like, well, not the animals.
Not the dinosaurs.
So then what are you impersonating? Because when you think of Jurassic Park, especially impersonations, you're thinking of goddamn dinosaurs. And then to know that you're a goddamn and you're into kinks, I'm gonna think that you be having sex making dinosaur sounds. It was weird. He's just weird.
He tells her he thinks she's a great person, but you want to be caught by another great person, is what she tells him. And he asks where she stands with him. And she says she's not sure about his lifestyle preferences and if they align with her. He tells her that he's all about compromise. He can flip it and reverse it.
My thing is, to be a dominant, you're just so
willing
to go with the flow. You're just willing to, flip it and reverse it. I would not think that would be a dominant personality.
He'll pull a floor. Was it floor, whatever his name? He'll pull a floor, he'll pee.
Ford never said he was a dominant.
That's true. Lee doesn't believe it and thinks it's just a part of who he is, and she admits he scares her a little bit. And that was Marvin and Lee, and it wasn't really much there except for if y'all ain't figured it out yet, Marvin's going home. So Tommy starts deliberation and with Aries because she's glowing. She brings up her date with Phil and how he checks all the boxes. Janelle brings up her date with Quentin and how he reassured her about her timeline. Kira shares about her date with Herbert and how she addressed his lack of communication, and Janelle is giving her the side eye the whole time. Now, Jessica brings up her date with Chris and addresses his consistency and how he pointed out her lack of effort as well. And I said, well, glad that you can be accountable for your own shit.
Period.
Tommy wants to get into the nitty gritty, and Sierra can't wait to share her story about Chris and how he got scared by the Birkin bag being brought up. And said that, and Aries says that at the hold down, Chris came off like he was trying to sell himself the whole time. So they said he's lobbying, and Jessica actually does a really funny impersonation of him. It actually had me laughing. Lee and Kat share their concerns about Marvin and his lifestyle, And Jessica reveals that Marvin shared that he was a stag, meaning he likes to watch his partner have sex with other people. Do what you do, boo. Tommy is in disbelief. Lee says Morier.
He ain't say that. He ain't say that.
Lee says Morier and says there's just nothing romantic there. And Kira brings up his comment about her understanding of Black culture. Janelle speaks up for Morier and says that he's just very into his culture and she respects him for that. So Kira said she felt disrespected and then says Marvin, even though she meant Morier. Janelle said the minute Kira gets upset, she takes a dig, and she was upset Morier called her out on how she really feels about Black people. So she purposely called him Marvin. I don't know, but I kind of want to believe Janelle's narrative. So Tommy points out the eyes he's seeing from Jessica and Janelle, and Kira says it's because she messed up the names, and Janelle tells her to stop playing with her. And I said, oh, y'all. Have we not? Y'all know Janelle is about that life.
Put some respect on my name.
She said she don't tell her to pull up. Okay. Basically, Kira tells Janelle she's being snarky the whole time, and Janelle said she hasn't been snarky with her, and she's been incorrect multiple times. And I love, and y'all will see the screenshot of Aries sipping her wine. It really needs to be a meme. It was perfect. She was just like, I'm just here. I'm just a fly on the wall. She brings up how she perpetuated the rumor about Quentin dating white women, then sat up in the lounge and said she was the closest thing to a white woman there, and she doesn't know what claim to fame that's supposed to be, but it's not cute.
I said, girl, on time.
And then Jessica addresses her. Let me get my for making comments like that around levels of Blackness, like I like Black, but this is too Black for me. Kira responds that she thinks she and Janelle are just mean girls.
My thing is, you didn't address what they said, though.
Right. But she never denied it either, that she said it.
That's my point. She didn't address it at all. She mean girls because I'm telling the truth.
She thinks that they want to single her out and make her look ignorant so everybody can jump on their bandwagon. Janelle makes it clear she won't be speaking to her because she does not like her. Because what I said, Janelle, you are my mother. I don't care if you pulled up at your big age, you are my motherfucking dog. Because my next line says, she goes in and out of character. I said that last episode. I said that. She goes in and out of character. I knew me and Janelle was here. I knew it was here.
Sometimes.
I guess I'm mean too. Maybe I'm shady.
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes Janelle be on some other shit.
I don't feel it, but
I can't fully be on board.
I hear you, but
with this situation I am.
So Tommy tries to, this is not what we do, give peace a chance. And he told, work this shit out. Let's respect each other. And let them know that one of the men need to go home.
Three.
Two of the men
two of the men. Out of the three, two of the men need to go home. So they had three. It was Christopher, Morier, and Marvin that were in the bottom. And curveball, two of them need to go home. So
have fun with elimination.
What'd you say?
I said have fun with elimination.
You know who you sound like?
Yeah. Kira.
No. Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
Kat met up with Marvin. She let him know that some of the ladies felt that they couldn't align, with him because of his sexual preferences. He said he thinks the issue is it's easier to reject what's different than learn about it. And basically that they're really scared of him and his poly lifestyle.
Did they say poly?
That's why they keep on asking about if he can be monogamous.
I I see, and I guess maybe look, this is how you know I be blind to the bullshit. Because I never heard him say I have to be with multiple women. That's why
It's so crazy. Are you just realizing that you're blind to the bullshit?
Yeah, because I literally
after all these seasons and all these dudes and all these red flags of dudes that you like, you're just realizing that you're
blind to the bullshit. Because I'm like, he never actually came out and said, I have to be with multiple women. So where are you guys getting this from? Like literally the whole time they were going through this episode, I was wondering.
You were just asking, you just thought they were asking the monogamous question for just because.
No, I thought maybe they didn't want him to do something nasty in a dungeon with nobody else. But I was like, he said if he had a woman, it's just him and her in the dungeon. I don't understand why y'all think that he gonna be switching partners and.
No, he said that they're really scared of him and his poly lifestyle.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
He said his lifestyle revolves around his woman. Is what he said.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. He says a lot of. Okay. If you don't know what that means, you need to go watch Jamie Foxx's Hole. Okay. She also let him know that the women feel that he says whatever sounds nice for each individual woman. I mean, that's kind of what he said. It revolves around his woman. So if you his woman right then and there, whatever the hell I say, it revolves around your ass.
Right.
He said that doesn't make any sense because he puts everything out on the table. And she said, you know what, regardless, it doesn't matter because the ladies feel that you're not ready to love. So scoot along. So Kira, she then met up with Christopher. She tells him
and apparently they've been talking. They was having a good conversation. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually could see Christopher and Kira actually being a decent, because they both are characters. They both perform. I definitely see these two working out.
Okay.
What, you don't see it? Okay.
She tells him the doubt for her is he's really smooth with his words. She lets him know that the ladies feel he's trying to sell himself. And he said, no, he's just telling the truth about who he is. And
if you want to get to know me, how can you get to know me if you don't know who I am?
And that's what I was saying about the whole job thing. He's just telling what he's done or whatever. I feel like it was because of something totally different. Now she also said that some of the ladies didn't feel that he was intentional. They gave their number and he didn't follow up. He said Lee, he calling out names. He putting a name on it. Okay.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. Listen, you know what? I didn't either, but my caption did.
Oh.
And then I ran it back because I was like, damn, because I thought I heard it, but then I see it, I was like, hold up, let me run it back. Did he say Lee? No, he did. And Lee was actually the one that said it. So I made sure I put it down. He said Lee didn't respond. He said he's not going to keep on pursuing something and then make a fool out of himself. So
that's bad.
Christopher, yeah, she let him know the ladies feel like you're not ready to love. So scoot it along. Then Lee met up with Marie, and this man is already sweating. Okay, he worried, boy. He worried. And she let him know that some of the ladies feel that he's giving homeboy vibes. She let him know that there was an issue where he challenged someone's love for Black culture. This man thought that shit was funny as hell. He said he lives a very Black life. And he has a duty to his people. And he ain't changing it. She said, I respect it. And we feel like you're ready to love.
So we all know who going home next week, right?
Oh, you mean out the ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Kira.
Or Sierra. Because Sierra, who is she really connecting with?
Herbert?
She said
was it Herbert? Herbert and her have like a little connection. Her and Maria.
She sent Christopher home. I ain't seen nothing with Morier. And
Morier, remember they had a good date. Then her and Herbert, they connected on
no,
having kids.
look, I like Sierra. I would like to see her.
I want Kira to go home. Listen, I think it's Kira. I would be okay with Kira going
I would
home.
be okay with Kira too, but I'm just telling you what could happen.
If they keep Kira over Sierra, y'all ain't getting no more goddamn reviews. Okay? Don't be a mother problem around this. Okay?
Baby.
Just know that I'm mad. I'm gonna just sit here the whole time.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Ready to Love season 8. And I believe, what was this, episode 6 or something like that? I think it is.
I just know the name of it. I don't.
Yeah, but if you guys have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And y'all make sure that y'all drop down in the comments as well. And please, please, please let us know what you guys are interested in hearing us review, anything coming up in the fall. Please give us your suggestions and recommendations. We would absolutely appreciate it. And that's what we're here for, to come and give y'all our shady ass opinion. But yeah, guys, make sure you follow us on the TikTok, IG, Facebook, and Twitter. And we will catch you next week for another review of Ready to Love. Bye-bye.
Good night.